Hello everybody, this is Saberwolf, another build video for you. Today I'll be going over Splinter Barrage. Splinter Barrage is exactly what it means. It is Splinter Weapon used with the elite skill Barrage. Splinter Weapon basically, up to your next 4 attacks, you deal 41 damage to the 3 adjacent foes around each of those attack targets. And what Barrage does is you hit your main target plus 6 other adjacent targets to that one foe. And each one of those arrows that hit on the adjacent foes will count also on the Splinter Weapon. So one shot from Barrage, if you hit 3 foes, will actually kind of like quadruple it up with a Splinter Weapon, because each one of those 4 is going to get hit with a Splinter Weapon on top of the Barrage itself. So you can create a lot of AoE damage with these 2 skills. On solo targets like your monks and healers, I like to use Nightmare Weapon along with Triple Shot. Nightmare Weapon, your next 3 attacks will steal, basically turn your attacks into life stealing damage of 42 life steal per hit, which totals to 126. And then Triple Shot, which is actually a PvE skill, is a Luxon or Tree Hugger, Kurzik, sorry, skill that basically lowers your damage, but you are able to shoot 3 arrows at once. But the reduction of damage does not affect the lifesteal from the Nightmare Weapon, so don't worry about it. You will actually get the full 126 lifesteal effect. Also, with these 2 combo skills, skills like Prod Spirit will not affect these this kind of attack. You'll still get the full lifesteal. Lifesteal bypasses that kind of defense, so that's a really good key thing. In PvP, you could use dual shot and then add on an extra bow attack on top of that, but you could be wasting more energy that way, and it's not quite as effective. So I don't really recommend it quite as much for PvP, but PvE, this is a very good, almost standard build for a ranger. Other skills for this bar, we have Crossfire, an in-between attack if you want. It's an unblockable attack if you have like a warrior, assassin, or even your own pet next to the target. So this is a really good skill if you have a pet and you're using a bow. Distracting Shot, it is the #1 core skill if you have a bow on a ranger. I cannot stress this enough. Again, don't know how many times I've seen in GVG battles where this little baby disabled a woe on a monk and basically turned the tide and basically won the battle. So this is the most important bow attack if you're going to use a bow on a ranger, period. And the secondary version of that, Savage Shot, a little bit more expensive, doesn't do the disable factor, but it does still interrupt. And last but not least, Flesh of My Flesh. It is a resurrection spell, since we are a ritualist secondary, so we can use a reusable res. Basically, this cuts your health in half and reses your teammate up to whatever halved your health is. So if you have 300 health, you cut that in half to 150, and your ally will actually be rezzed with 150 health. The cool thing about this res is that actually it has no recharge, so you can use it. You don't have to wait for it to recharge to res another teammate if you have multiples down at the same time. For attributes, for this build, we are using 8 in expertise. That's a 7+1 on my hands. Then we have marksmanship at 12. That's a 10 +2, +1 for the mask and +1 for the rune on the mask. Again for 12. Then we have restoration for 4, which was the points that really basically I had left over. And then channeling magic is at 12 to gain the benefits of the Nightmare Weapon and the Splinter. So let's see this build in action. We're going to go target this group down here. I'm going to hit the practice target in the middle, so since they'll have the most targets right adjacent to it. First, you start up with the Splinter, and using a weapon spell that does change your looks of your bow, so you know it's activated. And I'm just going to shoot 1 barrage, so you get the full effect of the 41s. Now I see the higher digits, the 50s and 60s that you just saw, was the actual barrage hitting it, and each one of those 41s was a splinter off of that. So you can hit a big AoE, as you can tell, with all those numbers going across the screen like that. Let's go one more time, just to demonstrate it again, because it was kind of quick. And there you go again. Now I'm going to target one target, which is the indie area with the nightmare with the triple shot together. Again, weapon spell first, and you can't stack weapon spells one or the one. You can only have one up at one time, so you can't stack them up. And let's shoot this triple shot. You see 42, 42, 42, and then I heal myself with 42, 42, 42. Alright, that will do it for this build. I hope you enjoy it. Again, this is pretty much a core ranger build for PvE, so I highly recommend this, especially for a newcomer to the game. This is a core build for a newcomer ranger. Great build. I hope you enjoy it, and I will talk to you later. Have a good day.